get going. Let's bring everybody into frame and talk about what we have.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers at NetherRealm Studios.
Stephanie Brownback, Senior QA Analyst.
What's one of the community managers? What's that mean?
I'm Garrett Kurtzik, here to remind you that it is Movember. So let's grow some stashes and raise awareness for male health issues. Yeah. And it's Molina Day!
And
it's Molina Day.
We're very excited. I mean, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people want Molina to come back. Right?
Really?
Sure. What?
Really? Yeah. My Twitter's let me know that everyone wants Molina to come back. So Molina is here. Before we get started, we do want to get to that. We're going to talk about Molina today. We're going to talk a little bit about balance. We're not going to go super in depth. You'll be able to read the patch notes when they do come out. But we're going to talk about some really, really cool stuff in the balance world.
This is what I want to hear about more.
And just get everybody hyped for the release of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. So let's quick.
Go.
I'll start. We'll talk about what we're excited about, and I will tell you what I'm excited about for Molina. Molina's a character that I've never really played. I've messed around playing Molina. Not, stylistically doesn't match how I play, but I am excited for my friend Derek to have Molina come into the game so we can finally have some matches we've been waiting for. We haven't had them yet, but I can't wait to be able to play against Derek when I'm playing Rambo. He's playing Molina. I'm super excited to have. When your friend gets one of their mains, that's just fun to see. That's my excitement.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Molina community because
what's going on, Boyka?
Passionate. It would be. They definitely have let us know on Twitter that they wanted her, and I got Sindel.
Most demanded character ever.
Frost came back.
Say.
I was super excited for that. So
yeah,
it's
Frost
awesome
came back
see
too. That's good.
Another character community get their character, and I played Molina a lot in MK9. I like her a lot in Deception. Then I kind of didn't play her much in X, and now I'm back to playing her a ton. So she's always been kind of in my secondary group of characters in MK that I like.
And Mr. Kurtzik.
Molina has always been my favorite character. It has been an honor to get to work on her and help design her. I don't get to design many characters because I'm doing so many other things. But the chance came to work on Molina again, and I think the fans are going to be real happy with some of the stuff and changes that we've done with her, with also keeping it very true to Molina.
She has a bunch of new abilities, but
play crazy and play the way you want to with her. And
play the way you want to with her. I like that. I like the sound of that.
The closest Derek ever got to the camera before.
I like the sound of that. I wish Derek still had all his little his little village of Tommy knockers in the background.
I think you're trying to
Annabelle or whatever it was. It was creepy.
I give it
the Halloween stream.
8.5 out of 10.
Thank you so much.
Pretty good.
This is the first stash I've had. Thank you.
Maybe even a 9.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that Molina stands will be happy.
About like Derek just talked about how Molina is what you want from Molina.
Yeah, what do we want?
Quickly show hopefully the trailer you've already seen. Let's take a look again.
Yeah, we can see it again. Let's do it.
Mother wants us to live as sisters.
Mother that she's lost her mind.
Come, let us be a family.
Fight!
She's looking good. Oh, taking a bite out of crime. I love her helmet. I love this Shao Kahn helmet. That's probably my favorite look on her. Oh yeah. Those size coming out fast. She looks very strong. She looks MK11 ready. Like she's ready for MK11, you know? Oh yeah. And then she's got that multiple hitting fatal blow. Oh. God, that looks Oh, that looks sick. Yeah, I want to see her other fatal. I wonder if they're going to show her other fatal. They did with Rambo.
Fatality.
Only size.
Mileena wins.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be really good. We're going to be playing her for sure. Absolutely. 100%. She probably will be the first one that we go to the lab with to look at her stuff. And then we'll look at Rain. And then Rambo probably laugh. But we'll play them all, though.
There we are. That is Molina right there.
There she is.
You okay? You okay, Derek?
Oh, look,
Everything
Derek
fine?
getting all teared up.
That intro, it's like a sequel to Katana's intro. It's so great.
It's so close to being a sequel to her intro.
That fatality, I really like it. You know, Molina's got to go fast.
Got to go fast.
I love it. Gotta go fast.
Let's talk real quick. A question everybody probably can answer already. What type of players will gravitate towards Molina? What is Molina's play style? I mean, we'll get more
Players that are
when we
zany
go
and a
variations,
little
but,
loony. And
who's looking at Molina? How does she play that sort of thing? Stephanie and Derek.
Well, I would say Derek actually just kind of nailed it. She's Molina. She's classic Molina. It's kind of like, I view her, like her base kit at least, as like pretty much Mortal Kombat 2 Molina transported into 2020.
oh
So
god,
like,
that means she's got the ball
pretty much
roll.
the classic moves with the fresh coat of paint. And
Universal.
some new stuff thrown in.
I hope.
It's
I don't know if
pretty flashy
they'll
and cool, but
separate that in a
mostly
variation,
it's the
but
Molina that you kind of are used to, and you want to be back in a new game with, you know, so a new engine and stuff. She plays differently, but I think she'll be very familiar to Molina players.
There
Yeah.
is something about the animations that, like, there's something that's like,
yeah, when she was doing the
almost
5-finger
ballerina
stabby
about her
thing,
in a
that
way,
was
like
like
the way she moves
sick.
her body. Super cool, like how that turned out. Like she flows really, really well.
Yeah, she like gliding.
And I absolutely love, then you're right, but then this is a big thing about MKX2, then just absolute animal savagery, like kind of a graceful, like almost childlike, like having fun kind of movements. And
Yeah.
then she sticks out this huge weird tongue and then bites you in the neck.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you can tell she thinks she's being, like, you know, classy and graceful while she's eating you.
The way I've always seen Molina is she's like the Harley Quinn of our game. And to always make sure that she's like almost a ballerina and elegant with everything she does, but she's savage as hell. Like she will crush your eyeballs in as she
Yeah, I
rolls
like that
off of
jump
you
where
into
she.
some
Yeah,
sort of
that was cool.
stylish pose. Even her vanish is just perfect personality of the blend between crazy and beautiful. That's basically Molina. She's crazy and beautiful, and I love her. And now she has these claws as well, so
Yeah.
she can really dig into you more than before.
She
Yeah,
borrowed
she has things
Catwoman's
like,
claws.
Catwoman style short
Oh!
claws, and that
I
also
called it.
applies to her gameplay, where she now has a bunch of like really quick slashes and stabbing moves and stuff, like her jabs and her down one and stuff use it, which is pretty cool.
She's like Catwoman and Cheetah and,
Sorry, she still uses her size.
and the Atom, because that ball roll is going to low profile
Let's take
everything.
a look at her.
Yeah, let's see her.
General sort of fight style.
Let's
Stephanie
see her.
can
Get her in
explain it,
there.
After that, we can kind of discuss
Get her
that
in
with
there.
Derek as well.
Okay, here we go.
So you can hear the claws. She has a couple moves that use it. This is one of her fast move strings, and it has a couple options. The second one is a crushing blow if she ends the combo with more than 8 hits, which is pretty
flesh
easy to do
pits.
for a ball roll. Then she
Wow.
also has pretty much the core to her mix-up is this really quick overhead. It has great range, it's safe, it's fast,
It's safe!
it's awesome. She does not have like a really like awesome low safe launcher, so she has to commit or just do a low damage option like a sweep. But I think that totally fits your play style. Is you have to be the type of player that's willing to just do a low into the ball roll and just do a low and not worry if they're gonna block it. This low here for 2 as a crushing blow if it's a counter hit, and then she gets a combo, which again goes into kind of a higher risk thing, but good damage if it hit. This is her forward 4, which I wanted to show because I think it's one of her better like mid attacks because it's really easy to hit confirm. And then the last thing I wanted to show was
Oh.
her throws, because she has a similar crushing blow to Rambo, where if it's been 10 seconds without jumping or getting hit, she will bite them in the neck, and it's very, very gross and
What?
nasty. But
10 seconds without jumping or
again,
getting hit?
you're
Oh,
Molina,
God.
so you haven't jumped in 10 seconds. That's a tall order. So I think you deserve to eat their throat.
That's an
Derek will
accomplishment for sure.
never get that crushing blow. You'll
Yeah.
never get it.
Never.
No, probably
It'll
not.
never happen.
But
I
yeah,
love
the
yeah,
base.
go ahead.
I was gonna say the base of her is quick up close attacks and then closing in gaps with I believe it's her away 1 or away 2 where she does that lunge. So that just puts her in place to get right on top of you to either go for the forward 4 or with the away 3, so you can mix up the highs or lows and then go into the ball and combo city.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. You know, her weapons, claws and Asai, they're kind of outranged by like Jade's pole and stuff like that. They're not the greatest range in the world, but they're fast. She has mix-ups, good mids. So, you know, kind of mid-range, she has to take a risk to get in. You could like YOLO jump, ball roll, go for one of the slower moves, the back 2. But then once you get in, good damage, good combos, good crushing blows, pretty fast. It's high risk, high reward, which
Oh, boy.
Molina players,
Molina.
putting their foot on
Sure.
the pedal and going all in is exactly what they do.
And no
Oh,
blocking.
boy.
Who does that?
There's
Right.
just no reason. Next up, let's take a look at her default special moves.
So this
Yeah,
is
let's
what I
see
mean
default
by
special
she's
moves.
kinda the classic move.
All right, she's got the high
Side
side,
tosses
right?
back, really fast.
Oh.
She throws 2 at once and it takes
Wow,
a ton
that's
of
good
space.
meter
I think it's
burn.
a really great projectile. Ball roll is exactly what you'd expect it to be. Super quick, leaps to
Oh,
come, amplifies it. Great whiff punisher.
Dive kick.
Punishes stuff that's like push back on block, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then the teleport kick. So this has a cool new thing where she can amplify it and she goes into a throw and you can choose which direction to throw her, which is pretty cool. You can throw them in the corner, then go for your pressure, and you don't, have to get in again.
Wow.
Or throw them
That's
out of
gonna
the
be
corner.
strong.
You don't want to deal with that. You have a life.
That's gonna be strong.
Whatever. So it's pretty much what you expect. She can zone and she can counter zone really well because it's pretty risky to throw a projectile when she has both teleport and roll.
And roll.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't agree more than that statement. It's classic Molina.
Yep.
So
Oh,
you're
dear.
saying, I just want to just reiterate something. When you do the teleport, if you amplify it, it turns into a throw,
Yes.
and you can choose the direction in which you throw them.
Exactly.
Awesome, super cool.
So I think.
Uh,
Sorry, I just to kind of reiterate. I think it's you just pick her base moves. It's like this is pretty much the Molina that pretty much boilerplate Molina, how you'd expect her to play. But then her abilities and her variations, I think, are where a lot of the new moves are and new versions of old moves and stuff like that. So you kind of determine which of her play style you want to like focus on, and that's where there's all the fresh new stuff, which is pretty cool.
And
Which
one thing
we can
I'd like
take a-
to
oh, go ahead.
is we threw in like her classic MK3 combo as well, which
Oh,
is just a
yes.
good throwback to Molina.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah? I want to see
The
that.
Well, let's
size
take a
and
look.
the double kick, it's awesome.
Can we see that?
Let's take a look real quick then at variation 1 of Molina.
So this one I think is a mobility-based variation. The first thing is she can do her Sai in the air.
Oh, air size.
It's great. She can amplify it to recover faster and get combos. The second thing is she can do the teleport in the air. So this is
Oh,
awesome for like faking out jump ins.
teleport in the air.
And then lastly, she has her low side back from MKF,
Oh.
which was one of my favorite projectiles. And it has a unique crushing blow if it goes under high and you amplify it. So
Ouch.
this really makes her mobility better, and then it makes her
That side
counter
looks
zone
so
even better
freaking cool, though,
because she
when
can
it's
jump
like
over projectiles,
crushing blow,
teleport,
camera
she can use
angle.
the low
That looks
side to go under
super sick.
highs.
I bet you that would look really good
And
on
also, you could
PC.
actually use it for mix-ups too. Like you can mix up her overhead with it, her low side, mid-range, if you wanted to take a risk.
Huh.
So yeah, I think that's kind of you are happy with the way she plays. You just want better options for getting in or stopping them from keeping you out. And then that's kind of the way you go. You get to play her up close game because you don't have to worry about their zoning, and you can mix up your jump ins and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Absolutely. I was just gonna say, like, you can control with her low zoning, because you're not going to get out zoned because you're going to low profile a majority of things. And then when you see somebody trying to move to get out of that, you just teleport, land on top of them, and do what Molina does.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Do what Molina does? Oh, no.
Exactly for that reason. Like,
Do what Molina does.
If you try to zone that version, I think you're probably going to have a bad day.
Yeah.
Can we real quick go back to something from a little earlier? Just I want just a better explanation for those who may be younger, haven't played it. Can you tell me
Mileena returns
about the MK3 combo?
Yeah, show us this MK3 one.
Go ahead.
Show me it.
Oh, it's just one of her combo strings. It's
the launcher,
2,
right?
3, 4, I think. It just looks
or the roundhouse
pretty
kick.
much like a new modern day version of one of her classic button combos that you can input in UMK3.
I like that.
It's a fun Easter egg.
Great.
I think if you're an old like me, you'll immediately recognize it.
And that's the good thing too about the studio. We have a lot of people in the studio who are locked into how the old games played, who know the lore super well and know how the old games used to play and whatnot. Some of the earlier iterations of Mortal Kombat. So that's awesome to have Easter eggs for all ages of our fans. Super cool. Let's take a look at Variation 2.
So Variation 2, I think, is the opposite. I think it's a rushdown variation.
Oh,
the first
that's
thing is
slide.
she loses a roll, but she gains this brand new move, the Conum Dash, which I think is pretty awesome.
Okay, we might be Conum dashing.
Low, so you can use that in mix-ups. She can go into projectiles.
What?
It has an amplify, and it actually has a double amplify. And you can also cancel it. Like you can
a double
start
amplify?
Hold it down, and then just cancel it and not do the attack and go for a mix-up. And this has a crushing blow. Then she also has a bunch of extra throws at the end of her strings. I think she gets 3 of them. You can see her low gets a new one, and I think this one's definitely the coolest. She gets this grab at the end, and it can actually restand.
Oh.
And then she can get a pretty decent
restand. Definitely. What?
And then, lastly, she gains a command grab.
That's that finger stabby stab. Oh yeah.
How is that not the coolest thing?
That is pretty badass.
This has a crushing.
I really like that one.
This has a crushing blow for punishing a wake up roll.
Punishing a wake up roll?
Down. They don't want to deal with their mix ups. They're definitely going to deal with their mix ups. And now they're blind.
And now they're blind. Yeah. Now they turn into Kenshi.
I love every time we show a new character, there's always a variation that has, not always, 50% of the time, that has like grabs, and I'm like, well, I mean, maybe I could try Molina. Like, maybe I could do that, because that variation looks right up my alley with all, like we talked about last time, the two-player animations and whatnot. This looks incredible. Awesome. Derek.
You stay away from her, pal. You just stay away from
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Derek claiming his.
I'll do
Derek claiming his queen, his outworld Denian queen.
That, like, basically the more savage, ravenous version of Molina's variation.
Ravenous Molina. Okay. Yeah. And then we got to see the ethereal one, which is the next
probably
one.
My favorite as well, because you're just rushing in, command grabs. The combos are flashy.
Yeah, I like that one. We might be playing that.
Oh,
okay. We got some good brutalities on this.
Command grab is
DLC.
Armor breaker, and
that's what I was really looking for. Some more like fluid brutality closers.
So you don't even need to do the prerequisite if you catch on armor break.
Oh.
Right, and that also would complement the fact that it's like her rush down one. You try to break away, you don't want to deal with her stuff, and you get caught.
All right. Excellent. We got that was number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's move on to number 3.
So number 3, I was trying to think of a theme and pretty much came up with it's kind of a cornucopia of more stuff. First thing is she gets this special roll, which does extra damage and actually hops in the air, so she can go over stuff.
That's pretty interesting.
Then she gets invisibility, which is a ton of fun.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can imagine, Molina's already all over the place.
That looks really good.
Literally can't even see her. Like, I don't know a scenario more obnoxious than that. And then lastly, she gets a brand new move, which is pretty interesting. She slides her sai across the ground, and she can hold it and decide when she's going to lift it up. And then it'll come back down. So the opponent has to guess, are you going to delay it? Are you going to let it go early? And then it has a crushing blow if it interrupts an opponent. So if they think you're going to delay it, and they try to just attack you out of it, and you didn't delay it, you can go ahead and amplify it. It's going to hit him right in the noggin.
All right. Let's go back real quick to the invisibility, because the invisibility does have some stuff with it too, correct? Like, don't
Yes.
you do less damage, right?
Yes, and it drains stamina. So there are downsides to using it, but I think it's pretty worth it.
Drain stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Excellent.
And then
so those. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, in the amplify slide is tracking, right?
Yes, if you just hold it, it will go to the opponent, and then it will know where they are. You don't have to do like a close, medium, or far, or whatever. So if they're full, you do have to hold it for a while, but yeah, it does track to where the opponent is.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think that'll be really cool for setups. Like some of the creative players, I can already see, you know, some of the more creative players than me, like turning it invisible and then doing stuff with it, weird stuff in the corner, all kind of fun stuff like that.
It's hard to keep track of Molina as it is, and when it's invisible, it just gets worse.
Right. We showed it earlier, but let's go back again. We're just like re-showing these things so you guys can get a clean view of it. Let's take a look real quickly at her fatal blow, which it's damn near a fatality.
It also, the into attack is pretty awesome because it's got really good range.
And she travels.
Let's take a look.
Yep.
Oh, Mileena. Oh. Ow. Ow.
Awesome.
Derek.
We have a couple special things to show because we know that everyone's really excited to see.
Yeah, can we see the other fatal?
I've been getting tweets.
Are you going to show us the other fatal?
About Molina. So we're going to show a brutality.
Oh,
we're also
nice.
Going to show a friendship later too. So you might want to close your eyes. You don't want to be spoiled.
Okay.
But let's quickly show the Molina brutality.
Yeah, let's see it. Oh! Oh!
Your head will adorn my throne.
Damn. Only size. Wow.
Speaking of UMK3.
Yeah, that pose.
Brutality. It's top 5 quotes brutality in the game. I can't wait for people to see it.
Are they gonna? Is she gonna eat?
Okay.
Is she gonna?
Classic win pose.
Is she gonna vacuum them up and spit them out? Is that the one? I hope that's the one.
Let's take a look at the fatality
from UMK3. Oh, the new. Oh wait, this is the old fatal, or this is the first one. Okay, cool. She's awesome. Damn, that's sick.
What a cool release at the end. Like, our cinematics team is awesome.
Yeah, the cinematics team really nailed it.
We don't want to show every fatality day because I know people. We're going to mix that up a little bit, but you might see it before launch. We'll see.
They might post it online.
We want to show something. This was Derek.
They're not going to show
really
the fatal on stream.
So we brought together today. We're going to show
birthday shout
the first friendship we've shown. So we're going to show
Molina's
friendship.
Oh! Oh! She's got a teddy bear. Oh! Marie Antoinette and her little sister. Oh, look. Jade, Katana, and Molina, little teddy bears. She is Mrs. Nesbet.
I love it. She cares so much about those bears.
That's so funny.
She loves the bears, and like always, the music for friendships is just, it kills me every single time. Even when I get beat online putting friendships, being like, let's hear the song again.
I have one last thing about Molina, by the way.
Okay.
I can't help myself. Lore fans of maybe like Tanya.
Oh.
I can't wait. You guys are gonna have a good day when the game comes out. Molina's story stuff is awesome. awesome.
All right, we gotta play. We gotta finish the ladder.
A little lore treatment for the was that her ladder stuff? Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of people have tweeted me. Is Tanya involved in Melina's story in this game? Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
So that's exciting. So that's any last thing
Tanya?
to talk about Melina?
Would they really bring Tanya back and then all the Adenians? I can't remember the last time all of them have been in one game. What is it, like Armageddon maybe?
I think her hairstyle in the like Tarkatan kind of savage outfit is extremely cool.
The side cut.
Her voice is awesome. Yeah, her voice in this game. At first, it was like, that's quite different. It's more savage than she's usually portrayed, but I really like it.
Voiced by Kari Walgren, who I tweeted that I did a play with when I was like 14 years old in Kansas. So it all comes back around. She's awesome. I love Kari. Before we we're going to talk a little about balance, but before we do that, let's
and then now the balance.
Shout-outs real quick. Are you ready for that, Derek? Yeah.
I am always ready for
Derek's always ready for birthday shout-outs.
I feel like this is something Tyler had planned. All right, here we go. Birthday shout-out. Let me put this over here so I'm not looking over there. We've got Commando Rex. We've got Tyler Shornack. We got Brandon Sirius Blackbeard, at Jake Rocket, Leo JW89, Nerd Josh. Gotta love Nerd Josh.
Oh yeah.
CGL Spooky Fred, STB Shoe Jinky Dink, Delara Molina, and Dynasty. And it goes on. We've got Kato.
Halftime. Cool.
Halftime, right? Kato. We've got Adolfo Rodriguez. We got Danny Huen. Our UX man, Jordan Hedges. Tony Rod, a.k.a. A-Rod. Tony Zafiro.
Yeah.
And our combat cast
he's definitely aged a few
leader.
years.
Oh yeah,
Tyler
look.
drops a lot of combos
last time I saw him wasn't that great.
Nah.
But oh yeah, 16, yeah. 16, well.
Thank you, Derek.
She's looking better than ever.
Tyler's got some gray in his beard. Not as much as me,
so
though.
Now
I got more gray in my beard than he does.
This a little bit.
Yo,
We will have a balance patch. There's a balance patch coming with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11.
Now we're talking about balance changes.
Too deep into the woods today. There's some stuff that when we do release the
here we go.
The patch notes, you'll be able to see it. That won't be right away.
Patch notes we're not going to be able to see today.
Every 15 minutes about where the patch notes. They'll probably be released near to
Imagine
the game is released.
Like,
it won't work,
imagine
but
these hardcore players are going to be like, oh, fair enough. We'll be patient.
I think I told Honeybee. Was it Honeybee once or someone that like every time they asked me, I was going to move it back 2 hours. So we were still working on finishing all that stuff up. So we're going to tell you a little bit about today. It probably won't be as much as we're not going to tell you as much as you want to hear today. We're going to give you some really cool
The
stuff.
rabbit hole goes deep.
Go ahead.
And I'm
rabbit holes goes deep.
I understand. I was one of them once, and I haven't forgotten. Sure. What would you even do with that information if you had it now?
That is true.
I get
the excitement. I get the excitement. So, but what we I guess we're going to talk about is really some system changes to start, which is kind of more of the stuff we're going to talk about. But I think we want to start with like sort of the big thing we kind of teased last week.
System changes.
I am 100 out of 10 excited. So the big change to the variation system is we are adding custom variations in Combat League and in tournament mode. You will be able to
Combat League and tournament mode
use them in ranked tournament play.
Wow, here we go.
There will be a UI thing now, which shout out our UI team. They have to be like one of the big unsung heroes of a video game studio. They are constantly working on new stuff and weird technical things to get into the game.
Nice.
I mean, everyone is an unsung hero behind the scenes, but shout outs to them.
Well, it's one of those things that where if you don't notice it, it's probably done really well.
Yeah, when you're playing a game,
your game.
Really think about it, right? So, and they're always asked to add these new situations and stuff. Anyway, when you pick your character, a little thing will come up with your variation, and now you can just go into custom, and it's kind of like the abilities screen. So
yeah. Nice.
The same rules apply. that if a move conflicts, you can't do it. And the slots. And then the one big thing is there's going to be a few moves that are actually banned from competitive play. There are some moves
like Terminate and stuff.
I'll
Okay.
use the example, Terminator's Terminate move.
That's fine.
Where we felt that they were
you can't balance that.
Probably a little too wild, even for Wild Wild West. They're kind of made for towers, more casual play. And we did not feel they were appropriate for competitive play at this time. There are not many. The vast majority of moves will be tournament legal.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 probably out
there
there.
There'll be a little call out if you try to equip it. It'll say.
I created a combo back in the day with variations, which we talked about it earlier. We cannot remember the name of it with Kano, where you use Snakebite and Command Grab. I had a name for this combo in one of the early combat casts. I used to say it all the time, and I can't remember it. So please, tweet me. Remind me of what that was called. I'll be doing that. Very excited.
So here's a question for you, Stephanie. Now, say variation 2 of Molina. Can I get rid of her run and replace that with the ball?
Yes, which I actually think is probably going to be a pretty popular thing. That's what I've been doing, is using the base variations as kind of a blueprint and then changing out 1 or 2 things. Like
Raiden,
Jade,
Thunderwave.
Her variation 1, the zoning one, I actually really like. But I like to remove Upward Razoring and put in amplifying the double kick to keep you in the corner. Like a lot of I think that's actually going to be very common. And the default variations will still be there if you just want to quickly use it. Or I think it'd be great if you're new to a character and you're like, there's like 10 moves. What is going on? There's still
that's
like
going to be really cool now.
You can kind of get ideas.
Hopefully it'll open the game up a little bit.
So Combat League, I can make my own variations and go through it right once the patch hits.
Right.
Awesome. So that's definitely one of the big, when it comes to balance, like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like
in my opinion, this is the biggest potential meta shift we've introduced in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I would say so.
Absolutely no idea what's going to go on.
That's probably the exciting part.
Probably the biggest meta shift in any of our games.
That's probably actually not an outrageous. You could pitch me on that for sure. I have.
We'll talk afterwards. I got a PowerPoint for you. We'll talk about it. So let's.
Bigger than the MKXL change?
We were talking earlier about some system stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to know what these wake-up systems.
We've taken a look at pretty much most of the gameplay systems and made some tweaks that I think are pretty exciting. The first one I'd like to talk about is we've adjusted the hit regions, like the hurt box, on crouching characters.
Oh.
And this should help with a lot of inconsistencies and moves going over someone.
That Liu Kang string.
Mid's not hitting.
Watch, that Liu Kang string they're going to hit.
And that's pretty much across the cast. The other thing across the cast is we've taken a look at the down pokes, down 3s, and down 1s.
Oh, boy.
Most characters have had them adjusted.
Yes!
Some have more recovery, some have less.
Yay!
Like Aaron Black's, for example, now have more recovery on blocks, so you can kind of check him with one of your fast mids if you think he's going to mash them. And that's something where when the patch notes come out, you guys
I'm so excited.
It's going to be like,
that sounds so good.
I would expect a lot of you to just be sitting there F5ing waiting for it, and then as soon as it's there, someone needs to make a switch.
So less down one meta? Oh!
And we talked about how like a lot of those too, like they differentiate between characters. So we're not going to go through, character by character, obviously.
All right. Well, they already called out Aaron Black. He's one of them.
Pop attacks are now immune to down ones until they are done and are recovering. So that's another way that you can beat bow pokes if someone's spamming them. You're kind of taking a risk. It's not the fastest.
When I posted that video about my short hop.
So if you want to make the read, that's a good way you can do it.
Oh, that's so good.
Another thing that's kind of neat and is going to improve the pacing of the game, make it a little bit faster, is get up animations are now adjusted to be a couple of frames faster. 4, I believe. So when you get knocked down, you'll basically get up faster. You have similar options, but it'll just be quicker. You are on the ground for less amount of time. And that also goes with what we talked about last time, where get up animation, the delayed wake up, is now just one timing. There's not short and long. It's just kind of a middle ground, and there's a little animation for it too.
Nice.
And I think one last thing I'd like to talk about is a change to fatal blows. 2 things, actually.
Oh! Change the fatal blows?
Across the board, a lot of them, I think, have less pushback on block, especially like in the corner situations and stuff like that.
Less pushback, that's huge.
A little bit easier to punish on block. And then the second thing, which is very interesting, it's a new mechanic that some moves, we have expanded the window for a flawless block. You'll actually have 6 frames to flawless block a move, and that applies to every fatal blow.
Oh.
So the idea would be, if you know it's coming and you're ready for it, it will be significantly easier to flawless block, and then you get a punish. This will also apply to other moves, which I guess we can just go straight into that, unless you guys have some thoughts on these changes.
No, I think I'm really excited. There's
this is a lot to unpack
from the community. We do listen to those things, and take our own direction on how we want to change the game in those sort of ways. And these are the systems that we kind of want to look at right now. And I think that a lot of people will be happy with these things.
Right. There's always you're right. We do like to look at feedback. Our design team is watching streams and looking at tournament results and looking at our internal data. We actually have a vast amount of that. Like, our lead designer can actually see the matchup numbers, just real results and all that. So if you're like, oh my God, like Jax, he 7-3s this character, we can actually see, no, he doesn't. We have that data. You're exaggerating.
Oh wow,
that's one of my favorite.
That's cool.
One of my favorite things to do is
I'd like to see some of that info.
And just see like the map.
Paulo's office. Yeah, Paulo's got the real tree.
Okay, it's
Lord Paulo.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is there's also a balancing act with. First, you look at what is everyone talking about, who's good, who's bad,
No Wi-Fi filter.
Parse out. Well, what are the players not adjusting to yet, and then maybe what's harder to deal with than we expected. But then the really tricky part, and that's where the design team really has to think about it, is what do you do to change it? Because it's easy to say, hey, this move's too strong. And it's like, well, we also don't want it to be bad. So it's a whole thing. My whole point is, yes, we do listen. Keep complaining. Not that you would stop anyway, but
sure.
Your voice
feedback is important, though.
Even though you don't necessarily get a reply on Twitter.
Feedback's important.
Just don't complain to me. Complain to Paulo.
Complain to Paulo.
Awesome. So we do have we have 2 short videos we want to show.
I want to see some. Oh, they got some more stuff to show. That's good. Again,
some
more examples.
All the characters have some stuff in their list. We're not going to go through all of that.
All the
today.
Characters.
But we will show a couple things right now. Who we want to start with? What do I have here? Let's start with Jackie.
Jackie actually has this enhanced flawless block.
Oh, look, they showed it. She's getting punished on her.
If you see that she's leaping, you can flawless block it much easier now.
They nerfed her dash punch.
Look at it this way. You kind of got to be ready for it, but it's easy enough. I can do it. And as we've established, I'm an old, and I haven't been good at games in 5 years now, and I can do it. So that's a really good barometer. And when you flawless block, you can't cancel, so that means she can't get her pressure. Now, of course, if you're sitting there waiting to flawless block, she's going to get her pressure going in other ways. She can dash up or whatever. So it's not like you literally she can't move anymore. But if you're ready for it and you're really sure she's going to leap, it's a really great option to deal with it. The second thing we showed there is her dash punch is now punishable on block.
Yeah.
-12. So
-12. There we go.
We know that video went really quickly, so
GG's to the dash
VOD,
punch.
you can watch it again. Some of these videos are very short, but this is how we can't show it live. Like
That's
we
fine.
Used to, so this is how we have to do it.
So they nerfed the leap and they nerfed the dash punch. I'm sure all her data will be the same still.
About that 20-second clip.
Yeah.
Right.
That's healthy.
Yeah,
Tom
that's a quality of life change.
And I'm here for it. Let's take a look at Raiden. Yeah.
Oh.
So Raiden got some command changes.
Oh.
This move is now actually advantage on block.
Really? Oh, that's good.
So it's really awesome.
Oh, it's Superman punch. I'm gonna have to use that now.
The move is now safe if you charge it for just slightly. Oh. And the main reason I wanted to show this
I'm gonna mess with that one.
Is that it's an example of some of the tournament moves that you might want to use in your custom variations can be quite a bit different to get ready for the custom variation thing. Like another example would be Aaron Black's low gun is now significantly slower because previously
Raiden got another buff. I might be going back to Raiden now. Raiden got another buff.
Her dancing fan, where she
Yo,
does the
Raiden got another buff. Let's go.
Yo,
they custom variations now.
Only one
and down 1 and down 3s are nerfed across the board.
There's just different kind of changes like that.
And fatal blows have a bigger flawless block window. Everything, it's looking good. It's looking very good.
There's other things that will be in the patch notes, which we will get out when they are ready.
I'm very happy with a lot of this information.
November 7th.
There's a lot to unpack.
So that before, like,
oh boy,
we're gonna say our goodbyes because at the end of this, we're gonna play a short video from one of our earlier streams about sort of how the upgrades work and that sort of things for those of you.
It's very exciting.
Am I missing something, DK? Oh.
Yeah. Remember the things
Go.
we talked about with everyone? Okay. Hello.
I forgot about those things. I forgot. That's on me.
It's okay. So, starting on November 24th, there will be a race against time where you can actually earn the ultimate MK3 Molina skin and mask.
Ultimate MK3 skin?
Wondering how you're going to get that? It's going to start off in Race Against Time. So
well, all right. I guess that's what we're doing.
Starting the 18th, we're going to have some new crypt events coming live that actually have bigger bundles of rewards that I'm actually really excited for. And then starting December 29th, we're going to start repeating the Combat League seasons. So if you weren't able to get in for the Season of Blood because it was X months ago, we're going to bring those back and start those again from the beginning. We're reordering the skins. So if you couldn't get to Demigod in the previous season, but you really wanted that skin, it'll probably be a lower ranking. So everybody that wasn't able to get them before hopefully can now. And also, the repeats of the seasons.
So they're not giving them away, but they're giving
gear
and they're recycling the last
items for you to
seasons. It's not too bad.
So
it's good.
Booyah for the people that keep asking, how am I going to get those skins? There it is.
More stuff.
It's a good way to do it. Sorry, I almost forgot. That was big info.
What about Wi-Fi filter?
Well, that's why I'm here. You know, it's all good.
It's on me. It's on me. Awesome. So that's really it. We got Molina, Rambo, Rain, Next Gen coming November 17th for Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11. So Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. There we go.
Be sure you pre-order it, right? So that you get the Time Warrior skins. And I believe we're just about 11 days away. So get hype.
Wow, 11 days.
Very hype, very excited.
That's very exciting.
I'm personally I know it's been a weird year for everybody, and we've all
weird year indeed
in our homes right now, and it's really exciting working in a game company to be able to bring you people playing the game something that you can really enjoy during these times. Like that's exciting to me, and that's something that really brings me a lot of joy, and I'm sure it does for Stephanie and Derek as well. Before we go, any final words?
It's Molina Day!
It is Molina Day.
Derek's super psyched.
Stephanie?
I don't know.
It's
good. Molina Day!
Keep rolling with Molina. Rolling, rolling. Remember that song?
I do. But before we go, let's take a look one more time at the video that we played a couple weeks back. If you have Mortal Kombat 11 already on PS4 or Xbox One, or get Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate on PS4 or Xbox One, you can upgrade to the PS5 or Xbox Series X or S version of this game for free at no additional cost. Now, if you pre-order MK11 Ultimate, you'll get access to Mortal Kombat 11, Combat Pack 1, and Aftermath when you purchase the game. Now, if you already own Mortal Kombat 11, you can easily upgrade by pre-ordering Combat Pack 2 to get Molina, Rain, and Rambo on November 17th. Now, any players who pre-order Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate or Combat Pack 2 will get the Time Warrior skin pack at launch, giving you 3 new skins. Dark Web Noob Saibot, Halt and Catch Fire Liu Kang, and Blood Code Scarlet. Now, here's something I've been getting a lot on Twitter, so I want to explain this. If you upgrade your PS4 game to the PS5 version, as long as you are signed in with the PlayStation ID, the same one, your inventory, rewards, character variation, and time crystals will carry over, as well as anything purchased with time crystals. Previous Tower of Time and Crypt progression will carry over as well. Story progression, unfortunately, will not carry over to PS5, but any rewards earned by any sort of campaign completion will carry over. Settings, files, and stats in your combat card will not carry over to PS5. And finally, for the Xbox users, If you upgrade your Xbox One game to the Xbox Series S or X version, as long as you are signed in with the same Xbox login, all inventory, rewards, character variations, progression, time crystals will carry over.
It's crazy how all these games are like
with time crystals
already going
you'll still need to
next
download
gen,
your
like
local
just
save data from the cloud, or transfer via USB to carry over custom
they're all
settings
ready,
or any sort of combat cast stats. But that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to tweet us. We can explain it better. 11 days, Derek says. 11 days. We cannot wait to see you playing the game. Thank you so much for joining us for all of these combat casts. Thank you to the team behind the cameras and everything helping us. It's been a real joy to be able to bring these to you, and we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Awesome stream. Lots of information. So much to go through with the patch notes whenever they're available. We'll make sure to go through that on another stream, on another recording. But that was the Mileena Kombat Cast, and it's only 11 days away between now and Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate.